Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Samson from Gadget Guardian. So today I want to dive deep into a question that I've been getting a lot lately, and that is it really worth upgrading to the Asus ROG Ally X if you already own the Steam Deck OLED? Now, as someone who's owned the Steam Deck OLED, the original Asus ROG Ally, the Lenovo Legion Go, and now the Asus ROG Ally X, I think I've got enough hands-on experience on all these devices to give you guys my honest take on this. So in today's video, I'm going to break down whether or not I think the ROG Ally X is a worthy upgrade from the Steam Deck OLED. We'll be comparing these two devices, the Steam Deck OLED and the Asus ROG Ally X, across several categories. But of course, it's still up to you guys to decide if the Ally X is worth the extra investment. So starting with the Steam Deck OLED, one of its standout features is of course the OLED HDR display. It boasts 600 nits of brightness and can hit 1000 nits in HDR mode. And if you know anything about OLED technology, you know this means you're getting those deep blacks and vibrant colors that really make your games pop. So playing games in HDR with up to 1000 nits of brightness is just wonderful. Now here's the thing I don't like about the Steam Deck OLED, and that's the fact that the resolution is capped at 800p. At first, I used to think this was totally fine, which for most people it is, but when I started using the Legion Go and now the Asus ROG Ally X, I've come to realize how amazing it is to have a higher resolution on a gaming handheld. Yes, the ROG Ally X doesn't have an OLED display. It's an IPS panel and it's capped at 500 nits of brightness with no HDR. But even if it doesn't have those jaw-dropping OLED blacks and vibrant colors, it makes up for it in other ways. A higher 1080p resolution than the Steam Deck OLED, a higher 120Hz refresh rate, and the cherry on top is the variable refresh rate, or you can call it the VRR, which makes gameplay smooth as butter with no screen tearing even when your frame drops. So from this comparison, would you say one is better than the other? Not necessarily, yeah? If you're coming from the Steam Deck OLED, the Ally X might feel like a downgrade at first, but give it some time and you will start to appreciate those extra new features. The fact of the matter is that these two companies took different approaches when it comes to their display. So it all boils down to what you value more, OLED quality or the higher resolution, refresh rates, and the VRR. Now, when it comes to comfort and overall feel, we all know that the Steam Deck OLED has been hailed as the most comfortable handheld out there. And yeah, it's pretty comfortable, but comfort is subjective. It depends on your hand size and how you like to hold your device. Personally, I love the feel of the Steam Deck OLED, I'm not gonna lie, but I wouldn't go as far as to say it's more comfortable than the ROG Ally X. The new design of the Ally X is super ergonomic. The placement of the face button, the shoulder button, D-pads, and analog sticks just fits perfectly in my palms. For me, it's actually more comfortable, especially during longer gaming sessions. But again, your mileage may vary. Now let's talk about performance between both devices. You see, while the Steam Deck OLED gets regular optimizations to run most AAA games, which of course is very impressive, it just doesn't stack up to the raw power of the Asus ROG Ally X with that Z1 Extreme chip. The Ally X can handle games at 1080p effortlessly with high FPS, whereas the Steam Deck is optimized for 800p and rely mostly on frame generation and lossless technology. But if you want to experience games as close to their intended quality as possible, the Ally X is the way to go. Plus, the Ally X comes with 24 gigs of RAM compared to the 16 gigs on the Steam Deck OLED, giving you more memory for the VRAM and a noticeably smoother gaming experience. Now, speaking of battery life, the Steam Deck was once king in this arena, okay? Nobody challenged it. But now, the Ally X has caught up, offering better battery life while maintaining higher performance. Meaning, you are no longer sacrificing battery life for performance just like in the original Ally, which in my book is a huge win. And don't forget, the Ally X has the USB-C 4.0 ports, allowing you to connect an external GPU and boost your graphic performance up to 5 times. Also depending on the game, by the way. But the Steam Deck OLED doesn't have that option, so you are stuck with what's inside. Now, if you still miss the Steam Deck OS after upgrading to the Ally X, you can install an OS called a Bazzite on the Ally X, giving you a similar experience to the Steam Deck OLED. So really, you're getting the best of both worlds here. Steam OS and Windows. Now, speaking about Windows, I want to give a huge shout out to today's sponsors, KissFan, who is running a massive super sale right now. So if you're looking to upgrade your Windows 11 Pro or get your hands on Office 2021 Pro without spending a fortune, now is the perfect time. They are offering genuine Windows 11 Pro keys for just $14.99. You heard that right, $14.99 instead of $199. And they are also offering ultra low prices on a range of software like Office 2021 Pro licenses. But here's the best part. They are throwing in a 50% discount with the code GA50 and 62% off with the code GA62. Plus, they've got 24/7 customer support and even a free refund policy if you're not satisfied. So no worries about being stuck with something that you don't like. That said, if you're interested, all the links and discount code are in the description below. You can also check out their ratings on Trustpilot to see how reliable they are. Payment is super easy too, with options like PayPal and credit card using a secure process. Seriously, if you're thinking of upgrading your software, this is a deal for you to take. One of the main cons that people often point out regarding the Ally X is the fact that it runs on Windows. And of course I get it. No one loves dealing with Windows and its occasional hiccups. You know, the constant updates, the random bugs, it can be a headache. I understand. But I'll be honest to say that since I got mine, I often forget that I'm running it on Windows, because seriously, it's become much more stable, and with the Armory Crate software, you can monitor and tweak the handheld to your heart's content. So unlike before, I really don't see Windows as an issue anymore. You just have to make sure you keep it regularly updated and you'll be fine. Now, another concern I hear a lot about is the Asus customer support and overall quality of life of their devices, which I discussed in my other videos. The link is going to be in the description in case you want to see that video. Yeah, there's definitely been some complaints, especially from those in the US, about Asus's less than stellar customer support experience. However, I've had a different experience here in Europe. Honestly, I haven't faced any major issues beyond the usual quirks that comes with any tech device. And the customer support in Europe has been pretty solid. So for me, it's not a deal breaker. Now, let's get down to it and make it really simple. From everything I just spoke about, is the Asus ROG Ally X worth the 220 euros upgrade from the Steam Deck OLED? My answer is simply yes. Just to summarize, you're getting a higher resolution, a higher refresh rate, VRR, better battery life, superior gaming performance, the ability to use an eGPU, and having native support for most Windows games without depending on Proton. If you think I'm wrong, or if you don't think that the Ally X is worth the extra 220 euros, then let me know in the comments below. I'll be really happy to hear your thoughts about this. But if you do find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and of course don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. And once again, thanks so very much for watching. Keep gaming, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.